Hello and welcome to Dr. Yakman's Nintendo Power Checklist. This is for the year 2011, starting with volume 263. We're heading towards the end here. It's got a Mario Sports Mix on the cover. This is the subscriber edition, and like what the last few of these videos of the last few years, Future took over. Black binding for subscribers, white binding for newsstand, and they had variant covers. And I have all of the covers myself, which I'll be showing you here. There's a silver foil font titling for Nintendo Power, and also down here for the little descriptor box. And in case you haven't seen my other videos or don't know about the other years, since Future took over the magazine, they usually had a clean opening or a clean cover for the subscriber edition, and the newsstand edition would have all of the junk on it. So this one also has a silver foil for Nintendo Power. Next volume is gold foil up at the top here and down here. 264, February 2011. It's for Pokemon Black and Pokemon White. But this is the newsstand one. This is the subscriber one. Sorry, the newsstand ones. Cover 1 of 2 has Reshiram, which is white, on a black background for black version, and cover 2 of 2 has Zekrom. I think that's his name. Can't remember. Let me look at my notes here. Yeah, Zekrom, and that is a white background for Pokemon White, but Zekrom himself is black. So that's that volume, February 2011. Next volume is 265, March 2011. Now this was one where the covers are like completely different. The subscriber edition, it has the Cosmic Blue, which was the official color for 3DS when it launched. Or no, not Cosmic Blue, I'm sorry. Aqua Blue, and it's a foil seal here that says Nintendo 3DS Launch Special. But one of the launch games for the 3DS was Street Fighter 4 3D Edition. Oh, no, wait. Super Street Fighter 4 3D Edition. But then the other cover for the newsstand was just the 3DS just itself. But in, again, the foil aqua blue seal there, it says Launch Special. Every feature, every game. Now we're at, oh, wait a minute. Nope. Before we get to the next volume, there was a poster in here, and I do believe that this was a centerfold. It was perforated. So they were kind of like going back to that, but they really didn't commit to making a bunch of centerfolds. I think centerfolds were like a staple for Nintendo Power Magazine, but you know, when Future took over, they just did whatever. But this was a Super Monkey Ball 3D, which was the 3DS version of Super Monkey Ball, on the front and on the back, both vertical posters. Centerfolds, and they were perforated. I kept mine in, of course, because you could see the whole thing without having to tear it out. And I do believe that this came in both the newsstand and the subscriber edition. Now we're on to the next volume. 266, April 2011. It's Pilot Wings Resort. And again, Pilot Wings Resort for the newsstand cover. This, however, was another one of those volumes where they put a wrap, as you can see the front here. It didn't come bagged, but they probably didn't put my my address on this one because it was on this one. But yeah, it shows you, oh, this is just a advertisement right here for Top Spin 4. So this was kind of like glued to the, not to the outside of the binding, but to the left side of the magazine. There was like what do you call that? Something that affixed it to the cover of the magazine. Goofy. I don't know why they started doing that. It was like an advertisement that they could have just put in the magazine, but they put it over the top of the cover of the magazine. I don't know. They did that a couple of times. Next volume, 267, which has gold foil here. It's for The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D for the 3DS. They were really pulling out all the stops for the 3DS. The 3DS kind of wasn't selling very well for them when it launched, and that's why they had the ambassador program. You can look up all kinds of stuff about that if you weren't there. Yeah, it was a crazy time. The 3DS had a lot of killer games in the beginning at launch, but again, it was one of those things where it was maybe priced too high, and it was a little over bloated for it being a portable. Still trounced the PlayStation Vita, but that's more about Sony not really supporting the Vita very well. And everybody always says, "Oh, that's so sad." Was it? I mean, PSP and the Vita were both bought mainly by people who are just trying to hack them to be able to play, like Super Nintendo games on their their Vitas or their PSPs. It's kind of ridiculous, but whatever. And then the other cover is also gold foil, but it has a gold foil seal here for Nintendo 3DS Secrets. Have you found them all? They still don't even cover this secret. If you look in one of my very old videos, I called it Nintendo Agenda. I was going to do a thing every once in a while, which I really don't do. But the idea was that I was going to have like episodic content, and one of them was, that you could use, or that the music in one of the 3DS menus was the Cloud World theme in Super Mario Brothers 3. Anyways, that's not one of the secrets that they talk about in this in this volume, or I haven't really seen that secret anywhere else. But there's a little secret for you if you want to go look for that video. It's one of my first Nintendo Agenda episode videos, which there wasn't that many of them, but whatever. Anyways, this is the clean cover for the subscriber and the non-clean cover. And this had a centerfold in it as well for Pokemon Black and White. Now, this was a DS title, not 3DS. They usually, with Pokemon, they usually have a Pokemon game that comes out right when a new portable comes out, but they don't, it's not for the new portable. It might have extra features for the new portable sometimes, but for the most part, it's for the older portable or the previous generation portable. And, that's to maximize sales, plus usually they're backwards compatible, so blah, blah, blah. The back of this was blank, though. One of those weird situations where it was perforated centerfold, but it had just a blank white back. Next volume, we have Sonic Generations. Now, the subscriber edition of the cover, I don't know if it would have come bagged or if it had one of those glued-on covers. I don't have it personally. I think it came bagged, maybe not. I'm not too sure. I don't really have notes on that on my Blogger. I do a text version of the checklist over on my Blogger, but obviously my address is missing from here. So this is a subscriber cover for 268, June 2011, which was Sonic Generations, which has the old Sonic and the new Sonic, or classic and modern. And as you can see, the newsstand editions had two different covers. Cover 1 of 2 was the Sonic that was modern, and then classic Sonic on the other cover, 2 of 2. Yeah, interesting, huh? Next volume, we've got 269, July 2011. This is the subscriber edition. It is Rayman Origins. Great series, great game. And then here is the very different, but still same game. It's weird how this has kind of a clean cover, or a clean opening as well, even though usually they had writing all over it saying, you know, what else was in the volume or what else was in that issue, but didn't do that. Excuse me. So that was volume 269, the subscriber and the newsstand edition. So I found this much later after finishing collecting, and I don't know how many more. I really hope I don't find more. But I mentioned before that the newsstand copy had a very clean cover, like usually the subscribers did, and it didn't have any writing or anything on it. That was because it came in a bag. Now, nothing is noted on the bag, and I do not know of any extra stuff that was ever given with this volume of the magazine. There wasn't even a poster or anything else, but it did come in a bag. So I don't know why. This is the opening here for the barcode, and this has the writing that the subscriber edition had in the corner over here, and that the newsstand would usually have, but instead they just gave it a clean opening. And you'll notice that the cover of this is like gold foil background or whatever, but it was it's similar to the subscriber cover, and it went over the newsstand cover. So I don't know why they did it this way. Maybe because they wanted to show off this art on both covers, and this was their way of doing it. I'm not too sure. Usually they only bag something if it came with a goodie that would fall out otherwise. But there have been times when they bagged them. There was nothing on the back of this bag. It was just, you know, just this picture on the front. Volume 270, August 2011. You got Star Fox 64 3D. There you go. Clean cover for the newsstand. Now this one did come bagged. However, there was nothing in the bag that was special about it at all. And let me see here. I want to say, it says up here, Pokemon DVD inside. I want to say that both the newsstand and the subscriber got this. It's marked on the newsstand one though, and they were both bagged because, as you can see, this didn't have my address on it here. It had to have been probably on the bag. I don't remember the bag, again, I don't remember the bag having anything special on it, like a sticker or any notation of what was inside. It just was like that. And the DVD itself, which I'll show you here, I don't believe this is the envelope that it came in. I just put it in a black envelope later. One of these I bought, or one of these I had as a subscriber, so it came with that one. And then the other one I just got later on, the newsstand edition, in order to have the alternate cover, which really isn't that much of an alternate. I mean, they have a boss back here, and then they have something else weird. I mean, it's a little different, but, you know, basically the same thing. The R-wing up in front of the planet, and there's Star Fox there. On the subscriber, or the, newsstand cover, there is a silver Super NES 20th anniversary. This is, again, another one of those examples of future, just like, oh, 3DS isn't doing so well, and the Wii U wasn't doing so well, and the Wii and the DS were on their way out, so let's talk about the past, you know? Which, you know, I guess Nintendo Power Magazine overall has always done that, but they kind of made a bigger deal about that in Future Publishing, or when Future Publishing took over. But anyways, the contents of this DVD, Presidents of the United States of America Can't Stop Catching 'Em All music video. And then there's the first episode of Pokemon Black and White animated series. So they were really trying to push Pokemon Black and White. I mean, you can find this stuff on YouTube, I'm sure, if you look it up. But this was a DVD that came with it. This is, you know, far from the days of Nintendo using tapes to promote stuff. But yeah, there's that. And I'm pretty sure it was just in a plain white envelope, but I put it in a black one to, you know, because I personally have this one on display, or not necessarily on display, but I have like a collection of all my game soundtracks and promo videos on my shelf, separate from my Nintendo Power magazines. And I only have one of these, which again makes me think that I had bought the subscriber one later on, or the newsstand edition one later on, and it didn't have this in it because it wasn't bagged when I bought it. Blah, blah, blah. Next volume, two different covers, but still Kirby themed. Kirby Mass Attack and Kirby's Return to Dreamland. The Mass Attack one was the one that was on the DS, of course. I don't believe it was 3DS. I think it was just regular DS. I should have did more research on that, but this is volume 271, September 2011, and that's the subscriber cover, and this is the newsstand cover, which, and again, talks about Double Kirby. There's two different Kirby games coming out. Return to Dreamland was the one that was on the Wii, and I didn't make a note of this, but the font, the titling for Nintendo Power Magazine, and also down in here where it says Subscriber Edition, kind of has this dark pewter. It's not really foil, but it kind of is a different kind of titling, or a different kind of, I don't know. I don't even know why I'm talking about it, because I didn't make a note of it on my blogger, but I just thought that it kind of stood out in the cover of the magazine. Next volume, 272, which again, Nintendo themselves was playing a lot on nostalgia. This is called Super Mario, get it, 3, because it's got the raccoon tail and, you know, blah, blah, blah. Super Mario 3D Land, a play on the portable Mario games, Super Mario Land, but also 3D, but also Super Mario Bros. 3. Anyways, it was 3D, but it's made to look like the two-dimensional games, and it kind of has the same art as like Super Mario Bros. 3, game-wise anyway. This is October 2011, and this is volume 272. This is the subscriber cover, and the newsstand cover, you know, again, Super Mario 3D Land. But this is the newsstand cover. Next volume, Mario Kart 7, which is kind of practically the same Mario Kart that we got today, only they just add more new things. I love Mario Kart, and Mario Kart 3DS was awesome. It took the DS one and went even further. Now, I was a fan of the Wii Mario Kart, but I think that the DS one was a little bit better because you could take it anywhere, and same thing with the 3DS one, and the connecting up with strangers or friends locally to battle. I mean, that happened all the time when we were amiibo hunting. People always had Mario Kart with them on their 3DS and Street Pass. And before then, back when we were standing in line to get the 3DS, we had our regular DSs, and or when we were waiting in line to get the Wii or Wii U and stuff, we had DS or 3DS, this Mario Karts, and doing LAN play. That was a lot of fun. Something that I feel, because there's no Street Pass and because of the Switch being a little bit different, I don't think that that's as much of a thing. Or maybe it's just me. I don't carry my Switch with me every time I go out. That's the 3DS and DS were made more for that because of the clamshell design and smaller and fits in your pocket and all that stuff. So I don't know. And I don't notice it with other people. I think people take better care of their Switch than they would have their DS or 3DS or whatever in the past. Regardless, there's the cover. And then here is the newsstand cover, which, it's got a different cover, but it's not, And this one came with a centerfold, again, perforated. And this one was a two-sided one, and it kind of plays back to Ninja Gaiden when, I'll discuss this in a future video, but maybe I've already discussed it in the past video because it was a strategy guide that was a part of the regular Nintendo Power magazine, numbered volumes, but it was for Ninja Gaiden, and there was a how to be a ninja. They had all this ninja gear stuff or whatever. But as you can see, do it yourself ninja on the back of this centerfold. And then I don't know why this was all white and blank right here, but here's an advertisement for the game, and as you can see, it says 3DS. But the curious thing is that the front of the poster, which is vertical, not horizontal, says Nintendo DS, not 3DS. So it was kind of weird. But yeah, Shinobi on 3DS. Centerfold. And I do believe that this came with both the newsstand and the subscriber edition. Here is volume 274, December 2011. Wow. It's got Resident Evil, the Mercenaries, I believe. Or no, Resident Evil Revelations. Sorry, this was the one that was a 3DS exclusive, and they made a big deal about it, and it had the 3D aspect to it and everything else. But they later ported them to Wii U and Switch, I believe. I think there was two, and there might have been a planned third one, but then it didn't happen, yada, yada, yada. But it's weird that they have this as the cover, and then the next volume, or the next cover, it says Holiday Special. And this was for December, but not to be confused, this is not a holiday volume, because Nintendo Power magazine would do that, where they would have a 13th volume for the year, or an extra volume for the year that would say, a holiday or a, like a special extra bonus volume or whatever. Anyways, so the covers are different, but it's the same year, and that can be confusing, especially when it says Holiday Special really big at the top. But the newsstand one they have the Nintendo Selects titles there, and all these different characters that have gold seals behind them. So that's gold foil for that cover. But the front cover of the subscriber one doesn't have anything gold or silver or anything special. It's just a clean cover for Resident Evil Revelations. And then this one it doesn't even have Resident Evil Revelations on it, which is kind of weird. But yeah, there you go. And then this is what they all look like. This, as you can see, this is the end of my shelf here. But they would be around here. This is the bindings, and again, black for subscribers and white for the newsstand, I believe. I think that's how it was. Can't really tell. It's kind of, even when I zoom in, I can't tell. But anyways, that's what they look like on my shelf. And you can already see the year 2012, which is the last year. So that'll be the next video. Thanks for watching, everybody out there. Happy collecting, and good luck. And I hope that these videos are helpful in finding all the alternate covers and all the extra goodies that are inside for you hardcore collectors out there like me. Thanks for watching.